Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I am located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients are kind of all throughout the United States. And if you're wondering, hey, how is that even possible? It's because immigration is a federal practice. And that means that no matter where you are located, so wherever in the U.S. or worldwide that you're located, our firm, I can help you with your immigration case. So we handle all types of immigration. We handle business immigration, where companies are sponsoring individuals for green cards and visas. We also handle family-based cases where people are getting sponsored for different types of things, green cards. Sometimes people come in on tourist visas, people that maybe do student visas and things like that. So we kind of handle cases across the board in terms of immigration, but we only do immigration. We don't do anything outside of immigration. But no matter where you are in the US or if you're located anywhere in the world, we can help you with your immigration case. Okay, my name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney and I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. We can help you no matter where you are located. So call us for a consultation. That's the best way to kind of get started if you're wondering, what options do I have? I have these questions. Obviously here, feel free to post them here and I will do my best to answer them. But if you want to call us for a consultation, we do them by Zoom or by phone for the most part. And for those of you that are local, you can come into the office and I'd be happy to meet with you in person, especially I'm double vaccinated now, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. If you're not vaccinated, go get a vaccination. That's a plug for our firm. If you would like to come into the office, we're much more comfortable now that I am vaccinated. So the in-person meeting, really there is no additional benefit other than if you just have a preference to come into the office. But our meetings are done by Zoom and they'll be like this. If you do by Zoom, we can show you documents. You can show your documents if you want to, but most of the time you don't actually require many documents for a consultation. So that's a common misconception. Lots of people think, what documents do I need for a consultation? The answer is most of the questions that I need to have answered from you, you will know off the top of your head. Which country are you a citizen of? When did you last enter the US? What status have you held? Who are you married to? Those types of things most people already know the answer to. So you don't need documents for a consultation. So don't let that hold you back if you're trying to figure out your options. If you want to apply for a green card, you don't know how you might qualify, or if you have an employer that wants to sponsor you, anything like that, we can help you with. Okay, we are at 703-348-1663. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal, and the consultations are all done with me, either by Zoom or by phone. And then in some limited cases, we see people in person. All right, so I'll go through. So today's an opportunity really for you to ask me your questions. This is good for your one-off immigration questions. Now is the opportunity to ask me your immigration questions, and I will do my best to respond. If it's, again, it's not, this is for information. I would need to have a consultation with you to really dive deep into your case. But if you're kind of wondering these little questions one-off, I'm happy to answer them here. If you lose me, I'm streaming right now on both TikTok and on Facebook. So go ahead and follow us, like our page on Facebook, follow us on TikTok. That way you'll be notified every time I go live. I'm a little kind of all over the place, but I do try to go live almost every day, except on the weekends. Got to get my family time in. But I do try to go live almost every day. So if you do have questions, feel free to put them in now, but also like us, follow us so you know when I'm on again next time. Okay, again, it's at Agarwal Immigration on both Facebook and on TikTok. So we have a few people here. Hi, Tarek. Hi, Druveda. Hi, Amish. Druveda says hello. Hi. Hi, Diti. Hitesh, hi Ranjit, hi Sierra, hi Mohammed, hi Rita, hi Sona. Ranjit says hello, hi. I'm so glad to have all you guys here. So, hi Sam. Sona says hi ma'am, hi, nice to see you. Shabna on Facebook says hello, hi Shabna. Go ahead and put your questions in. This is the time. Hi Micken. Sona, I know I've seen you on here before. Thank you for coming back. Hi, Shafrina. Mohammed says, How much time is it taking the USCIS to approve the application for I-360 as a religious worker? Please let me know. It's actually kind of taking a long time, Mohammed. So I don't know off the top of my head. We do represent a number of organizations that are sponsoring religious workers. So let me kind of give you guys an overview if you don't know about this. Right? So some people don't realize that you can kind of get a visa if you're a religious worker. Okay, so there are two types of, Mohammed, I'm going to go through and answer your question in more detail right now. It's taking a while, though. It's definitely taking over a year. I want to tell you, it might even be taking close to 2 years to get that I-360 approved for religious workers. So religious workers, you can get a green card if you're a religious worker and you're being sponsored by a religious organization. So there are two types that you might qualify for. So the first one is called the R visa. So if you don't know what the R visa is, it's for religious workers. And you don't have to necessarily be a priest to qualify, or at the top of that religious hierarchy. You can even just work for the church and not have kind of a religious designation, right? So you could be doing some kind of work for your church or your religious organization, and you might be able to qualify for a green card based on that. Okay, so one is the R visa, which is a temporary visa. They're issued usually for 2 years, and you can renew them once. So you've got 4 years on this R visa, and the organization can decide to sponsor you for a green card. And that, is really great because most of the time, depending on which country you're from, you don't have a wait time, right? So if you're a religious worker, you wouldn't have a wait time. So if you or someone qualifies for this, they should really take advantage of it. They should really, really take advantage of it. So the thing with the I-360, so let's say you're in the United States, okay? So you're in the United States and you're applying for this religious worker green card. And I really love these, so I love talking about them. So if you're in the United States and you're applying for this green card based on your work with a religious organization, you basically can't file for your green card at the same time as your petition. So many different applications will let you file for your green card and the petition, like the I-360 petition, at the same exact time. So you've got to have the I-360 filed, you've got to wait for it to get approved, and then you can apply for your green card. So that's the difference with religious workers. But the I-360 alone doesn't get you any status. So you've got to maintain some kind of status the whole time until you can file your green card, because otherwise you can't really file for your green card if you've been out of status for a really long time. So the timing is really important with religious workers. If you are interested, if you think you might qualify, you want to find out kind of the process, basically you can apply as just working for the organization, even if you yourself are not, for example, the priest or someone right under the priest. Even if you're working, doing work for the organization, perhaps sometimes even the case of an admin, right? So I would have to talk to you a little bit more about it and see exactly what you do for the organization, but you could qualify in that route as well. Okay, so call us for a consultation if you would like, if you would like to find out more. But Mohammed, it's taking a couple of years for that I-360 to get approved. You can always check your case status online, or you can check processing times online too. So if you just Google, guys, anybody that's wondering, you can Google USCIS processing times. You can put in your application, the form. Basically, you can put in I-360 Mohammed, and you can put in the location where that's processing that form, and it will tell you the average processing time for that. So if you're outside of normal processing times, there are steps that we can take to kind of move your case along. So if you want to call us for a consultation, I would love to help you. We are at 703-348-1663. Shabana, hi. So Shabana, Sunny, nice to see you too. Shabana, good day. She says hi. If you have a question, Shabana, go ahead and put it in. Sunny says hi. In the Vermont Service Center, how long does it take after you respond to an RFE for your self-petition? So I don't know where you are in the process. So I don't know if you're fingerprinted. I don't know if you have your prima facie determination, Sunny. So this is for people that are victims of abuse, right? Victims of abuse either through a U.S. citizen spouse or a green card holder spouse, or perhaps sometimes it could be children that are U.S. citizens that are at least 21 or over. So this is based on an I-360 self-petition. So it could be children who are 21 or over, who are U.S. citizens. Either you're suffering abuse from that child, or you could be a parent. There's other ways too, but these are the most common ways. Or you could be married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and you've petitioned on your own without your spouse because you're the victim of abuse, right? So that's what Sunny is talking about here. So there are different steps to that process, but usually within about 2 to 3 months, what happens is you get protected. You get kind of a pre-approval. I like to call it. It's not technically called that, but it's kind of like a pre-approval. You have satisfied the requirements and you are protected while the government reviews your full application. So it's actually a huge benefit because you get this usually within a couple of months after we apply. So it's a huge benefit. You can't get deported really during that time, right? There are certain things you can do. Obviously, if you murder someone, you're going to be in trouble. But for the most part, let's say you run in to a police officer or you have a speeding ticket and you're nervous, you don't have to be nervous because you have this determination that will protect you while they are reviewing your application. Okay, so if we can call you, if you want to talk to us more, if you want to talk to us more about your VAWA case, you're more than welcome to. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer. Call us for a consultation. We're at 703-348-1663. All right. So Sunny's question, I didn't even answer it. Sunny, I'm so sorry. I get absorbed in VAWA. I love VAWA. So Sunny said, how long does it take after your response to an RFE? So I don't know where in the process you are, Sunny, but usually it doesn't take that long after you respond to the RFE. Okay. Oops. It doesn't take that long after you respond to the RFE. All right. So usually I'm going to say a couple of months. Usually, but I don't know where in the process you are. So you should reach out to us if you think it's not going as smoothly as you would have liked. All right. You can call us for a consultation, 703-348-1663. Let's see. Sabrina, hi. Mohammed says, I'm from Pakistan. So it doesn't actually, if you're doing an I-360 as a religious worker, I don't believe that there are different, I don't believe there's a wait time. I think that they're all current, meaning a visa, a green card is available for you right now. I believe that, but that changes every month. So, of course, we've got to check that. But I believe most recently I was under the impression that they were all current, which means that a green card is available. All right, you can call us for a consult, 703-348-1663. Mohammed says, I'm in the U.S. Great. I hope that you're in status, Mohammed, because that would be problematic if you're not in status. So make sure you stay in status because the I-360 alone does not give you status. It's something really, really important to remember. All right. Okay, so the other question I get kind of often is for people that have an asylum application pending. So go ahead and put your questions in while I'm talking about this. These things just kind of come up in my practice, and I just want to share them with you in case it's helpful to you or somebody that you know. So one question I get often is, I have an asylum application pending, and now I am married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. I can't leave the country. What do I do? I can't leave the country to, consular process my green card application because I had an illegal entry. And now I have an asylum application pending and I'm married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder. Should I move forward with my asylum application or should I try to get a green card through my spouse, right? So what I would do is, Sunny, I'll get to you in a second. I see your question. So what I would do in this situation is I would schedule a consultation because there are many times you will qualify. Not all the time, but of course to see if you're eligible to process that green card right here in the U.S. So even if you had an illegal entry, in some instances, you may be able to process that green card right here in the U.S. without having to leave. So what you would get is a work permit in about 6 to 8 months. You would get a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. Right? We have to see if you're eligible, however, but there is a possibility if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, even if you entered illegally, there could be a possibility that you might qualify to process that green card right here in the U.S. So call us. We'd be happy to have a consultation with you and run through the eligibility requirements to see if you might qualify to move forward in that way. If you do that, sometimes if you have an asylum application pending, you don't care so much about a work permit because you already have a work permit right now through your asylum application. However, you would get travel authorization, which would allow you to come in and out of the country. If you can come in and out of the country. Obviously on asylum, you don't want to do that, but you can go to a country that's not the country you're claiming is persecuting you. All right. All right, perfect. So give us a call if we can schedule you for a consultation. We are at 703-348-1663. Sabrina says hello. I think I said hi. Sunny, wait, you had a question, right? So Sunny said, I have a prima facie. I got 3 prima facie so far, and finally got my good moral character. Oh, you got your 3 prima facie RFEs. Okay, now you got your good moral character. Okay, great. So the next step after that is for you to get your biometrics scheduled, and then after that you would get your I-360 approved, hopefully, right, Sunny? So that might take about a year. To be honest, that's going to take about a year for you to at least get your I-360 approved, but you'll get your fingerprints done before that. So again, Sunny is doing a case. If you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or if you have a child 21 or over who's a U.S. citizen, you may qualify to do your whole green card like Sunny in the U.S. You might qualify to do it that way. That is what he is doing, and it seems to be moving forward. So congratulations. Call us if you have any questions. If you want to schedule a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. Artie says, do you work on Sunday? I don't regularly work on Sunday, but if you would, we'll accommodate your consultation. So if you can only do Sunday, I'm happy to do that with you. We can figure it out if you only do Sunday. All right. Faizun is saying, hi, Yathan. I haven't seen you in a bit. Yathan is my biggest fan from a long time ago. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Faizun says, my husband is a U.S. citizen. I only visited the U.S. as a tourist. I want to apply for a green card. Is it necessary that I have to be staying in the U.S. for a certain period of time? I'm now in South Africa and I'm still married, but he refused to apply for me. No, you do not have to stay in the U.S. for a certain period of time, Faizun. If you were in South Africa, if you were married and you spent time in the U.S. with your husband, you might still be able to apply depending on the relationship between you and your husband, right? You might be able to apply and you would be consular processing. So it would be a little bit different than if you were in the U.S., but it is still possible. So if you want to schedule a consultation, we can send you a link to do it by Zoom. I know you said you're in South Africa, and I know COVID is a little bit crazy. So, we can do Zoom if you want. But it may be possible for you to still do this. If your husband is refusing to apply for you, you may be eligible to self-petition. Right? So call us for a consultation. We can let you know, we can ask you some questions and get into the details of your relationship with your husband and let you know if you might qualify to self-petition, right? So if you do qualify to self-petition, once that application is approved, we would apply for your green card, and that would be processed at the embassy, at the U.S. Embassy in South Africa or wherever you are at that time, and you can come in as a green card holder. So you would enter as a green card holder. And then if you have kids, they may be able to come with you as well. Okay, call us for a consultation. You can call us at 703-348-1663. And Faizun, you're on Facebook. So if I know, obviously you're calling internationally, that may not be as simple to do as if you were in the US. There is a link on Facebook, guys, where you can self-book your own appointment. Okay, so you can go in and you can go through Calendly, pay our consultation fee and schedule your own appointment based on, my availability, which automatically populates there. So you can do that on Facebook. So we are at Agarwal Immigration on Facebook if you want to reach out to us through there. All right, or schedule a consultation through there. All right. MTM Thakur says, my asylum case got denied in 2019. I appealed, but nothing yet. So how long does an appeal take, right? So if you get denied, how long does an appeal take is really his question. It takes about, I would say, more than a year, sometimes more than a year. So sit tight. If you think it's taking too long, the best thing for you to do might be to reapply, or you might want to look into other options for applying for a green card, okay? Or status in the U.S. So call us for consultation. We're at 703-348-1663. Self-love. I love to see your screen name. It says, let's see. It says, your question, self-love, says, hi, after biometrics for the citizenship application, how long will I wait for the interview? So it depends on the location that's processing your application, right? So most of them are going to go to the National Benefits Center. But let's say you have your biometrics. I'm going to say about 6 months, right? But you guys, COVID is totally, COVID makes it really challenging. People are sick. The centers aren't staffed as well as they otherwise would be. They're getting better. It's getting better. But you may want to, you may just be patient, really, to be honest. You may just have to be patient because it's not moving as fast as it was before. It's just not moving as fast as it was before. But if you have questions about your citizenship application or, any other kind of immigration application, you should call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Schedule a consultation with us in terms of citizenship. So in terms of citizenship, what we do is we help you prepare for the interview. So we can go through your application. We will do a Zoom session to get you ready for the interview. And if you would like, we would also go with you to the interview. So sometimes people have issues that they don't even realize that they have. So it might be helpful. If you can, if it's a luxury, but if you can afford to do a consultation, just talk through your citizenship application, it might be helpful for you. Okay, call us 703-348-1663. Hi, Zahid. Hi, Samantha. Yathin says, one of my uncle will be calling you to make an appointment. Great. Look forward to hearing from him, Yathin. I'm doing well. Yathin said, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well, too. I hope everything is going smoothly for you and your family, Yathin. So Sunny said, so after the request, the RFV, they took 1 year to reply. It's not a reply. It's just the next step in the process, Sunny. So once you get your prima facie determination and you get your fingerprints done, then it takes, it's about a year to a year and a half after you apply, just generally speaking, to get the I-360 approved, right? So that it takes about that long to get the I-360 approved. However, you had a request for additional evidence. So just add a little bit of time, add a couple of months to that. Okay. All right. If we can help you guys, let me know. Artie says, what year? Artie, I don't see your question. Let me see what year. I don't see your question, Artie. I lost it here. I don't know what that means. So Artie, you're on TikTok right now. You're watching me on TikTok. You said, what does Facebook mean? So go to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is, the handle is called @Agarwal Immigration. So it's the same thing as on TikTok. AGARWAL Immigration. You can find our Facebook page. That's the firm's Facebook page. And on that Facebook page, it's called Agarwal Law Group. It's orange and navy blue is our logo, so you know which one is us, right? And you'll probably see a ton of my lives and my videos on there, and different memes and things like that. But at the very top, you can book an appointment. So you can do it through that as well. Okay. M. Tucker says, I will call for a consultation ASAP. Great. If you call today, say hi to Brian. He answers our phones and helps you with your consultation. All right. Okay, guys. I hope that this was helpful to you. It was nice to see you. I hope all the moms got to celebrate Mother's Day. I hope that you got to celebrate and that you were celebrated as well. Call us to this week if you would like to have a call about your immigration case. Again, we handle all types of immigration matters. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal, and the consultations are always with me. Anyway, so if you call today, say hi to Brian, okay? All right, bye guys.